Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. So in today's video we are going to cover ICP, its recent price action, and of course I'm going to cover a couple of charts that are going to put ourselves into perspective. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and now without any further ado, let's hop into ICP itself. So as we can see over here on CoinGecko, ICP is currently trading at $12.15 as we speak, and market cap is currently sitting at 5.5 billion USD, with 24-hour trading volume sitting at 123 million.6 USD. So as we can see over here on the 24-hourly time frame, ICP looked like it was pushing towards $13 mark. However, we went pushed down to $12.13, and today is currently being printed. So guys, first piece of news for ICP. As we can see over here, everybody is now hyping about DePIN, which is decentralized physical infrastructure networks, and nothing new for the internet computer, where we were also lead in this category for networks backed by dedicated hardware. So that is very good thing, guys, because there is obviously new use cases coming into ICP constantly, and as we can see over here, the team is constantly attending new events, and it looks like it's very bullish for ICP. It actually does reminds me Solana a lot, and why? Basically FTX was involved into Solana as well, and that was something that we saw in Solana news, that the Solana team was constantly out there developing, and we saw it online. And this is exactly the same case with internet computers, so pretty much the same case. Investing into ICP at a level of $3 was probably in comparison to $8 investing in Solana, and look at Solana now and how much of potential of growth Solana has. But okay, enough about Solana. That is just my comparison. That's what I see. Obviously I know that many of you are into ICP only. I'm not saying that Solana is bad, but these are just two different projects that I do believe have, you know, a big space in the crypto in general. So anyways, let's cover over here ICP on DeFi Llama. So as we can see over here, TVL is currently sitting at $34 million, and if I'm going to click out on call developers, we are pretty much in a little uptrend for TVL, which is obviously great. Not mentioning about the token market cap as well. We are in an uptrend, and obviously that is just a beginning. And as we can see over here, in terms of call developers, the consistent growth speaks for itself. Okay, this candle obviously looks small because, you know, we are in the beginning of this month of February, but restings for sure. ICP is going to dominate this bull market. Well, I do believe so. ICP and a couple of other projects, strong alts. But okay, let's have a look over here at this chart for a BTC. Okay, and we do have to also cover BTC in order to put ourselves into perspective of where we are in the market. So Bitcoin price oscillates and people panic while whales sorry, are accumulating. So exactly, so that could basically pretty much happen to ICP holders as well. They do panic sell because obviously they don't know a lot about the project and the fundamentals of it, and obviously where we are in the market. So as we can see over here, we are still early, and that chart over here represents that we could see Bitcoin around 280,000 USD. So imagine how much of potential ICP has. So if we are going to look over here, nothing really changed in terms of total staked ICP is 47.9%. That obviously is not a big change. However, that's something to kind of bear in mind. However, if I'm going to scroll down and if I'm going to look at canisters and smart contracts, we are constantly growing over here. So that is bullish momentum for ICP. And now if we are going to look over here at ICP reserves on the exchanges, we can see ICP pretty much ICP increased on the exchanges in the last 2 days. However, if we are going to zoom this chart down, we can clearly see that ICP pretty much experiences the downward momentum for for the reserves on the exchanges. So obviously ICP is scarce, and on the top of that, you know, so many integrations going on the network and ICP constantly developing, we could see a supply shock of ICP, you know, in the coming months, because obviously there is also a lot of people that are staking ICP for a long time. So that is bullish thing. But all right, let's have a look into the chart over here. So as we can see over here, maybe let me switch on the 4-hourly time frame first. So as we can see over here on the 4-hourly time frame, even if we do experience that local dip over here, that is nothing, because you know we still pretty much print a higher uptrend over here for ICP. So that is good, right? We constantly experience higher highs on the ICP chart on the 4-hourly at least. And now one thing that to point out is that if I'm going to switch on the daily, I don't know if you guys see it, but I do. So ICP is printing something like a triangle, and most of the times these ascending triangles are bullish, right? So obviously that is going to take a couple of days, right? And you might think, why am I putting that top over here? So let's say if I'm going to put it over here, no matter how am I going to cut it, ICP looks bullish in my opinion, right? So obviously we will see sideways price action for ICP, potentially even reclaiming these levels of $14, and we could experience something like this in that triangle and then the breakout, right? And now let's have a look at the potential target for that breakout on ICP. So if I'm going to draw it like that, let's say, and then our potential target could be probably around that $24 mark, which obviously also coincides with that line of resistance over here. And also there's another chart that I would like to show you that also points out that theory too. So as we can see over here, if you look closely, the current altcoin cycle is very similar to the previous one. The only difference is that this time it will take much longer, as it will be much bigger. So that is great. Look at that cycle over here, 2015, 2018, right? We had this little accumulation over here, then we had reaccumulation, which we are currently at, and then we had this beautiful breakout. However, look at the size of this accumulation zone over here in comparison to the previous one in 2015. So I think this chart speaks for itself, right? So even if we are going to see a little bit of a dip, right, we are ready for this bull cycle, and of course ICP as well. Everything that I'm showing you guys, at least to me, looks very bullish for ICP, especially if we are going to look at monthly active developers. Obviously that is dipping, but that's something normal. However, if we are going to look over here at full-time developers, since 2021 full-time developers are constantly being hired on the project, and that looks very bullish, as well as established developers too. So things are looking very, very bullish for ICP. And now if we are going to look at this last chart for BTC, we can see, according to this chart, halving is coming in April, obviously, and this chart marks where Bitcoin locates before and after halving according to the upper and lower bands. So we could expect anything between 220, let's say, in my personal opinion, 280. If the market is going to be very strong, the bull cycle is going to be very strong, we could see, you know, prices above 300 USD. And of course, why am I talking about BTC? Obviously bigger injection into BTC, bigger injection into alts, and of course ICP too. So I do see positive things going on ICP network, and of course on the chart as well. I would anticipate this breakout, let's say by the end of this month, right? Of course I could be wrong, but based on everything that we are currently seeing of what is going on, that is just a matter of weeks before we are going to see a bullish momentum for ICP and crypto in general. Okay then guys, thank you very much for watching this quick ICP update. I hope that you have enjoyed it. And yeah, that's about it. Have a great day wherever you are in the world, or have a great evening, and peace and love crypto.